Welcome back, comic collectors, diecast enthusiasts, at another adventure, another episode of Kurbzgarage. This is uh, brought to you by Rat Rod Nation. He asked if I had a video showing my full collection, and it's really very difficult to do. But I am going to show you a tour of Kurbzgarage and a lot of my collection. And we're starting here where I film most of my Kurbzgarage videos. Here's the garage. This is a vintage Hot Wheel. These things have like these little motors that would push the cars through, and they'd go on the track, so you didn't have to have gravity. And anyhow, I got two of them. Neither of them work, but they make a pretty good diorama. Got some Volkswagen tow trucks here. Got a cool little outhouse delivery in the back there, just in case. The M2 Daytona 69 Charger. You got the Jack in the Box. You got a little restaurant going on in there. You got the Oceanside Police Department. That's where I live, in Oceanside, so it was kind of cool to find that. Of course, Volkswagens, most of you know I'm a huge Volkswagen guy. There's just a cool little Bronco, the motorcycle, and you guys read the story of the Ranchero and El Camino. There's just some cool little truck, Chevy truck there with the Georgia plate on the grass. There's all the boys' stickers. Got that one right there from Eddie. Cool combi. That one right there. So most of my stuff is collected loose. These are all red lines from 68 to 77 in here. That's my red line collection, and how I collect my cars loose is I put them in these little baggies, little Ziploc baggies. Then I put them in these jammers, and these are, as you can see, they hold 24 on each side, and each one has one without a gap there, so you can put longer castings in. These are all Jada cars on that side, and this is kind of like a little spot where when I'm doing my videos, I display it there, and I'll work it over here. There's my scripts that I'll write, just some random stuff. And let's just move on up here. We'll start here. Got some more JDA. Transports. We got some bone. What are those things called? Can't think. There's some moon racing. Some hot rods, more transporters. More cool combis. And there's some what are those things called? The Mighty Monsters, what are these things? Muscle Machines. Muscle Machines collections. And then down here, these things are called steering rigs. And that right there is like a little steering wheel that comes with it. You can steer it from behind. And then you got these. I can't remember what they're called, but they're tough to find. And I actually found them both for $1 each. And let's see, I'm going to come over here to this side. This is my Snake and Mongoose collection. Here's a couple of slot cars. And these ones are all the reissue ones. Got some Hall of Fames back there. Little mini ones. There's the poster for the movie. Some more. And then as we come down, Here's some little Volkswagen display. Next to it, some more Snake and Mongoose. Actually, on the bottom of this is a Snake and Mongoose coloring book. There's some custom Snake and Mongoose buses. And then got some books, some Hot Wheel books. They get my pricing and learn about variations on. A bunch of skateboarding books. And over here is my little lowrider display. It's a beautiful purple Kurbzgarage. Just some surfing books. This is a part of my car. Some Pearl Jam, Mother Love Bone videos and music. These are just kind of like little Batman dioramas where I put my Batmobiles and stuff. Kind of fun little dioramas. Let's get over here. There we go. So that's that with the pink Batmobile, and then that thing is full of army skateboarders. So they're like those little plastic army guys, but they're on skateboards. All right. Some Hobie skateboard wheels. I used to work for Hobie. Got some basketball, big basketball fan. Dude, a lot of these are the Lakers, Shaq, Kobe years games that I recorded. Some bobbleheads. Pretty cool. You got the Phil Jackson book, Kobe and Jerry West. There's the old football game. Little mini Marshall. There's a Lakers banner. Special Lakers ball. I've got 2 hole-in-ones playing golf. So that's why I got that. And then here's some bunch of skateboard movies. Some music. More skateboard movies, surfing movies. Photo albums. Then we come up here, we got 2 1/24 scale. We got this little thing here is full of Hot Wheel buttons. And you got 2 1/24 scale Hot Wheel Volkswagens. There's the mini version, 164 of that one. We got a bunch of homies in here. There's a big McLaren up there that fell back. Some matchboxes in orange. These are just some kid customs. This is treasure hunts. These are motorcycles, matchboxes, vintage matchboxes. And then these all the way down to there are the collector numbers from the 1990s. And up here, you got the what I call premium muscle cars. Those are the ones you saw me racing a lot of the Camaro and the Mustang, the Johnny Lightnings with rubber tires and M2s and whatnot. Then here's entertainment series. You see the Mach 5, the Ghostbusters, Scooby-Doo, Starsky and Hutch. So that's all the entertainment cars, and this one's just a bunch of station wagons. And all these colored vintage cases are all black walls all the way down to those last 2 clear ones. And then on the bottom, left to right, is like your monster cars, like your Halloween, the Munsters and things like that, Johnny Frightenings. And then you got my lowriders are in the far right case there. Up here, some random cars. You got the second case here is, oh gosh, what are those things called? Zingers. Then you got my gassers. Then you got the golf livery. You got vintage stock cars, vintage funny cars. You got the Fast and Furious collection. That's what those 2 or 3 are. 1, 2, 3. And then this is California Customs. And then what's after the California Customs? Not quite sure what is that. Oh, that's these are kind of like the new red lines that 25th anniversary and vintage. And then here's the Volkswagen collection. You can see all these bugs all the way down. All the way down to the drag buses. And you got a bunch of rally cases full of vintage Hot Wheels. Got some vintage skateboards. I worked at Hobie, like I said, so I got a lot of Hobie surfboards, a lot of vintage boards. There's my Gary Fisher mountain bike. I got a couple of vintage bikes there. PA speakers. I'm a singer in a band, so I've got to have a PA system. Congos. We're here to look at the diecast. This is the track where the racing happens. There's some pretty cool 1/24 scales of the Monkey Mobile. There's a bug back there. A couple of big hauler trucks. Here's the Fast and Furious little mini collections. I got the house and the garage restaurant thing. A little circle loop. Here's my kind of Ford versus Ferrari Le Mans kind of look to it. There's that. And then we got all these up here. Some pretty cool cars, some cool customs. You'll recognize some of them. I own a Ryder. It's a piece of art my friend gave me, that her daughter made. This wrought iron, not wrought iron. This artwork here is my brother made me for Christmas, and pretty cool. Got a couple of cars on there. There's yours truly as a 19-year-old surfer. There's yours truly as a 28-year-old skateboarder. And there's the end of the racetrack, as you've seen in plenty of videos. That's where I've set the camera up for you to watch. There's a few custom autos. Got 3 of them. Some trophies. Here's truly surfing and skateboarding. Of course, everybody keeps their Kato boxes. Some random stuff. Some more cases. There you got a couple speed racers, Red Barons, Roger Dodger collection. This is actually, these two, my dad used to have a TV shop and had a van like that. My mom used to have a bus like that. So I keep those in memory of them. They've both passed away. And here's just another little display. And then there's all my mini Chevy Love trucks and sorts. There's rumbers with rumbers in it, and then there's a bunch of Sizzlers with Sizzlers in it. That's a photograph of me as a young kid. And then those down there, these boxes are full of the new cartoons. And then these right here finally are my Hot Wheel exotics. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. That's Kurbzgarage in a nutshell. And enjoy your Saturday. And I have another nice video for you for real car stories through Diecast coming up next. So look for that. Hope you enjoy those. And peace out.